Welcome to today's Explainer. Today, I'm speaking directly to the corporate CSR executives out there, especially if you're with aerospace and tech leaders like Lockheed Martin, BAL, or OKLO. You guys are hunting for real, tangible workforce development, right? Well, to survive the coming decade, we absolutely cannot just fund more standardized apathy in traditional classrooms. We have to build a scalable, future-proof workforce made up of highly capable problem solvers. To really grasp the macroeconomic stakes here, let's start with this provocative thought from NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang. He points out that the production of intelligence is going to be much, much larger than the production of energy. Think about that for a second. Energy is historically one of our largest industries. We are entering what he calls the intelligence revolution, and a brand new, dominant industry demands a radically new type of training lab. We simply can't rely on analog methods to fuel the largest manufacturing industry the world has ever seen. So consider this explainer your project blueprint. Here is our infrastructure build-out phase plan to secure your 2026 talent pipeline. Phase 1, the intelligence revolution. Phase 2, building the engineering shield. Phase 3, the K-shaped talent market. Phase 4, the 4K dome lab. Phase 5, rigid ROI and scalability. And finally, Phase 6, fund the future workforce. All right, let's jump right into Phase 1, the intelligence revolution. We are officially out of the old consumption economics era. Actually, scratch that. We are completely done with just tracking basic seat time and course completion. The new paradigm is AI economics. Educational initiatives and corporate philanthropy must now demand hyper-efficient, strictly quantifiable outcomes. You're no longer just procuring a standalone piece of software or funding a general STEM program. You're investing in embedded workflows that actively accelerate a student's time to competency. Moving right along to Phase 2, building the engineering shield. I absolutely love how the MIM blueprint puts this. It states plainly, engineers keep nature from killing us. It's a brilliant illustration of the engineering shield. It highlights how engineers literally defend human society by taking these complex, theoretical fantasies and turning them into tangible, life-saving realities. They build the physical infrastructure society actually relies on to function. The reality is, we don't need basic coders anymore. AI can handle that now. What we desperately need are what we call sovereign architects. These are highly adaptable, rigorous problem solvers who can design complex systems entirely from the ground up. They have this deep, intuitive understanding of systems design, advanced manufacturing, and data analytics. Basically, they possess that rare combination of wild creativity and rigid work ethic required to actually implement AI-driven systems out in the physical world. Which brings us to Phase 3, the K-shaped talent market. So the 2026 educational services and talent market is drastically K-shaped. Think of it like this. On the downward slope, low-value, content-only training is facing severe price compression simply because AI can automate those tasks. But on the upward slope, high human-centered, technical, and compliance-oriented roles are experiencing skyrocketing demand and rising margins. Your future workforce absolutely must be trained in these complex tasks that AI cannot autonomously manage. And here is exactly where the bottleneck hits hardest, especially in Colorado. The professional, scientific, and technical sector, or PST, is booming, but traditional trade colleges are seriously struggling to keep up. They're seeing an influx of students, sure, but they're facing severe teaching shortages, often having to rely on retired workers just to fill the gaps. With that traditional education pipeline bottlenecking, corporate CSR executives, you guys, need to step in and fund new, highly scalable training infrastructure to ensure you have the talent you're going to need. Let's look at the actual physical solution in Phase 4, the 4K dome lab. Enter the portable Digitarium 4K dome. Now, this isn't just for looking at stars like a traditional planetarium. No way. It is a deeply immersive, high-tech spatial computing lab. Students can seamlessly fly through the rings of Saturn, zoom all the way down into an atom, or navigate the human body. But here's the real kicker. The students themselves are the ones mastering the complex back-end navigation software. They use an untethered, tactile wireless interface, and they learn how to deliver live, interactive presentations, which is an absolutely crucial skill for organizational change management. This is what high human-centered technical training looks like in action. By actually operating the dome's back-end software, these students aren't just passively consuming media. They are actively learning rigorous workflow integration, advanced data analytics, and real-time problem solving. And these are the exact high-level technical requirements demanded by the advanced manufacturing and aerospace sectors right now.
Let's talk numbers and Phase 5, rigid ROI, and scalability. $53,130. To put that into perspective, in the realm of corporate workforce development, that is an incredibly lean price point for a complete, standalone technical laboratory and simulation software suite. It's a highly efficient, one-time capital expenditure that buys a full Digitalis 8-meter portable dome system outright.
Plus, your initial sponsorship can be aggressively offset and multiplied. Colorado has some amazing existing mechanisms you can leverage right alongside this lab. You've got EDGE grants in Jefferson and Clear Creek counties that reimburse targeted employee training costs. There's the state-level Advanced Industries Accelerator grant, which bridges the gap between R&D and market entry. And then you have organizations like the Mickelson Foundation that specifically support this exact kind of hands-on, advanced K-12 technical and math education.
So how does this all come together into a scalable strategy? It's simple. Step 1, your organization sponsors the portable 4K dome. Step 2, because it is fully portable, it just stows away when not in use and deploys directly into different school districts. You completely bypass the massive cost of brick and mortar construction. Step 3, you directly engage thousands of students across the region, harvesting a localized pipeline of those highly trained sovereign architects who are ready to hit the ground running in your workforce. Which leads us to our final step, Phase 6, fund the future workforce.
By funding this digital planetarium infrastructure, your company ceases to be just an employer waiting around at the end of a broken educational pipeline. You become a visionary architect of the 2026 AI economy. You're actively building the exact talent you need. The call to action here is clear. Fund the lab that builds the future workforce. Corporate sponsorship is available at the link provided. So I want to leave you with this final critical question. Will your organization step up to help build the engineering shield? Or will you be left behind searching for talent that simply doesn't exist in the intelligence revolution? For aerospace and tech leaders, it's a huge choice. We hope this explainer provided the exact structured blueprint you need to move forward and effectively utilize targeted infrastructure to solve real macroeconomic problems. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next explainer.